George, you were famous wherever you went. At the end of practice, you gave handouts. Usually a lot. But and they were handouts on all types of, not just basketball. Why don't you relate that? And let's say you were coaching now. Would you still do the same thing with the information superhighway going on, or would you be given, websites and
Well, how I started giving out handouts at the end of practice was that I think players need to hear different voices. They need to see different things in a different perspective. And so you talk to them about hard work. You talk to them about sacrifice. You talk to them about togetherness. And then when I could find articles in the newspapers that demonstrated clearly these things that we talk about, or that I'm a strong advocate with them, and an attempt to get them to embrace. The articles always tended to reinforce what I was advocating, and by most of the time it could be a Michael Jordan, or it could be an Oscar Robertson, or Bill Russell, or John Thompson, or Colin Powell, or whoever it happened to be. And so most of the time I would take one of the articles and talk to them about it, and just so that they understood why coach is giving me this. Most times I tended to think that the players might read one or two. Some never read any of them. But
right.
I've run into a number of players. When I say a number, I've probably run into 5 or 6 guys over the years. In fact, when I was down in Atlanta for the Final Four this year, one of the players said to me, "Hey, Coach, I still have a lot of those handouts that you used to give after practice." I said, "Don't bullshit me." He said, "No, I do, Coach." He said, "The next time you come down, you call me in advance. I'm going to bring them and show them to you." And so, that really surprised me that he placed that kind of value on it. Not one that he read them, but he kept them, and he still had them in that. And so, at the end of the day, I'm not naive enough to think that all 12 players are going to buy into this. But if I get 4, that's better than 0. I like to tell my son Mark, it doesn't take a lot of intelligence to understand the difference between 0 and 4. And so if I get 4 players who are better persons and better players and better students as a result of those handouts, or it inspires them to do things in a more positive manner, then fine. I'm with it.